Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the latest episode of the Chinlock, DigitalDailyFix.com's weekly episodic wrestling podcast here on Spreaker.com. I am Smitty, joined by our usual crew of Howard, Tim, and Helmick. First and foremost, let's just get it out of the way about last week. We do apologize there was no announcement of no show, but due to a few scheduling conflicts and a few requests by fellow cast members, we elected to not record the show. That's what happens when you do it for free and you make decisions. So we are here early, though, because the Royal Rumble will be starting at 8 o'clock, and we wanted to have plenty of time to discuss and lay out our predictions and everything else for the Royal Rumble. This is the Royal Rumble special, so there's that. And there's a text message.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, let me silence that.
It's all good. It's such a whimsical sound for a text message.
I always try to pick the least obnoxious noise.
It's not a bad one. It's quick, to the point. You know exactly what it is. So it's not a bad one at all. But I would say, given the fact that we were off last week, I don't really think it was a week of wrestling that we missed out on recording a show. So
No, it was...
Or that we had anything nice to say.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But hey, now it's the Royal Rumble, and we will break that down, the few matches that there are, the Royal Rumble match itself, make any wild, bold predictions about maybe surprise entrants, and so on and so forth. But before, hit the button, thank you. Before we get into any of that, we have to get to a very important segment first.
We'd like to call it News! Yeah. So for those who like returning WWE superstars from the past coming into the Rumble, some names that have been thrown out there,
Spoilers.
rumored. The Hurricane, Chris Masters, Carlito, and Shelton Benjamin have all been rumored to be in the Phoenix, Arizona area, possibly as participants in the Royal Rumble.
I didn't even know Shane Helms was in physical condition to be able to wrestle again.
Again, rumors.
Because I know he had that like horrible accident, like a motorcycle accident or something.
Yeah, he did. But I guess for the Royal Rumble, I mean, all you have to do is just be medically cleared to go over the top rope.
I guess that's true.
My thought process is that he's going to have some sort of backstage segment with The Rock if he's there.
If he's there and they do that, that would be awesome. I also want to see him chokeslam someone, or at least try.
He's going to try and chokeslam Roman Reigns.
Now, out of those guys rumored, let's say for the sake of argument, they're all in the Rumble.
Okay.
Do you think any of them are signed to anything more than a one-time thing, like they are actually back with the company? And if so, who?
I think the only rumors I've ever read were for Shelton Benjamin.
So do you think tonight, if he's in that Rumble, does it signify that he is back, or does it just signifies that he's in the Rumble?
I think for now I'm just going to say signifies that he's in the Rumble.
Okay.
Until I actually see him as a regular on TV.
So you don't want to go out on a limb, make a bold statement?
Not this kind.
Not for this guy.
Well,
Fuck.
You know what? I'll go out on a limb and say that Chris Masters will be in the Royal Rumble and then on Raw tomorrow.
Oh, 2 appearances.
Yeah.
Is he going to be...
Somebody from the Rumble usually gets a second appearance the next night.
Is he going to be doing something that involves his pecs popping?
Well, one can only hope.
You're wondering which Chris Masters we get. Do we get peck popping Chris Masters or Masterpiece?
Yes.
I hope we get American Adonis Chris Masters.
Only the Indians know who he is. I mean, the likelihood of Shelton Benjamin. I think also Carlito could be a good shot. I mean, right now
if he's cleaned up his act.
Yeah, right now with Primo and Epico being there, I think it could maybe be a good time to re-sign Carlito and freshen up that tag team. Like maybe, I mean, I don't. I guess they dropped the whole thing with Rosa and Alberto, so.
Like you're upset.
What thing?
No, I'm not upset. I'm just saying I guess they dropped it. So, but it'd be nice for that. He'd be good for the mid card. Shelton Benjamin. To me, if Shelton Benjamin comes back, it's another sign that the Money in the Bank match will be at Mania.
Oh, Spot Monkey.
And okay. And God, do I hope that. Because that would be nice to be like, oh, so, God, we're going to WrestleMania in New York, and it's probably going to be fucking cold, and we got to watch Lesnar Triple H 2, but there's a Money in the Bank match like that.
Yeah, and it'll have Finlay and Kane and the Great Khali.
Mark Henry.
And Mark Henry. So it'll be a Money in the Bank, not climbing a ladder match. And Kofi Kingston will use 2 ladders as stilts.
Oh, if only.
And do a flip.
Probably.
Many flips.
Maybe 2 flips.
do a backflip onto another ladder to try to climb and get the briefcase. A wild Shelton Benjamin will appear.
And then they'll fight.
Yeah.
He'll do a handstand and try to take the belt down with its legs.
I was gonna say
or briefcase. Briefcase.
Or just give him a third ladder and let him do a triple Lindy like Rodney Dangerfield did in Back to School.
I just need to have one moment where a wild Shelton Benjamin appears.
Yeah, I think a wild Shelton Benjamin would be pretty awesome.
No, that mic's already shitty enough where it doesn't pick it up when it's in your mouth, and you want to have it held that far away from you.
Yeah.
Then it'll be like
I couldn't make anything out at all.
Yeah. See.
Shut up.
See.
Aww.
Have some friggin' logic.
I didn't want to hold it.
Well, learn to hold it, or bring your mic stand. Yeah, you got one. You could do that, huh?
Yeah, we did use it yesterday.
Yeah. So there. But yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, it's cool to hear some of those guys. Carlito's a surprise.
Yeah, Carlito kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Benjamin, I kind of would have put him in the realm of possibility.
I think the pops of those guys will designate if they get a longer contract or not.
Yeah. Do you think anybody comes back tonight?
Yeah. My strong hope is that Mark Henry is one of them.
I'm hoping for Henry.
Yeah, I hope for Christian as well.
Yeah. Now, any of the even older wrestlers make an appearance tonight.
Oh, so this is you. I was actually getting ready to.
Let's go ahead.
Let's get it out of the way.
Let's stay in that route.
I agree. So, Helmick, give us some ideas if if you want to make some surprise entrance or you want to make some predictions as far as people in the Rumble, old, new, surprise returns, whatever. Maybe like what you think along with what you would like to see.
All right. Let's see. I can see possibly the New Age Outlaws appearing. I know they're both working with training guys in FCW. Let's see. I really do like the idea of having Shelton Benjamin back. I've always had kind of a soft spot for Chris Masters. I don't know if he would necessarily deliver the type of crowd reaction worthy of giving away a Rumble entry. I would also like to see Carlito come back and reform with Primo and not Primo.
Oh, Primo and not Primo. I'm trying to remember, where is the Rumble tonight? Arizona. I'm trying to think if Arizona's the type of crowd that would be like, "Oh my God, Carlito!" I think Benjamin would get a pop.
Benjamin will get a pop.
Benjamin will.
I want Carlito to get a pop.
Yeah, I know there were some rumors that they were contacting Dallas Page, but rumor is those talks have fallen through.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
And of course, I always call Sid at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Sid.
Ricky Steamboat.
Did you hear him,
Okay,
Helmick?
then.
I heard Ricky Steamboat. I couldn't hear anything else after that.
Well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, he was asking, like, can you hear everything that Howard says or what?
He sounds really distant at times. Like that time, he sounded really distant. I can hear you and Timothy fine.
Yeah,
He's
'cause-
not distant at all.
Yeah, he's actually like right up on the microphone.
It's in my mouth.
Now I hear him fine.
So obviously I have to put it in my mouth.
Yes. Did you hear him just then?
Yeah.
Okay. He asked the likelihood of Ricky Steamboat possibly being in the Rumble, being that he's been on TV a few times past couple weeks.
I could see that as a possibility. I guess we could go with, look at all the Ricks. Rick Steamboat, Rick Steiner.
I knew
Ricky
he was going to throw
Morton,
Rick Steiner in there. Did you say Rick Martel yet?
Rick Martel. Yeah, let's get all the Ricks. We can have a Rick Rumble.
I actually thought of Bob Backlund.
Well, he is going into the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. Him or maybe Vader. Vader would be
That
cool.
would be cool.
Well, how
You
many-
do know? I just thought of this too. Mark Henry's in the Rumble. I got a feeling Big E's going to be in it, and there's going to be some kind of stare down between those two. It's the typical stare down.
I'm hoping Mark's in it.
Ezekiel Jackson.
No,
No,
you shut
Wait,
your whore
former
mouth.
ECW champion Ezekiel Jackson?
obviously, but
Why
no.
haven't you done it yet?
Because I've been sick. I haven't been to work.
I'm trying to think who else
Excuses.
they could pull
Tatanka?
in. Do you think Cash?
Tatanka.
No.
Jesus. Do you think Cassius Ohno could be in the Rumble tonight?
I don't think they would or really should debut anybody in the Rumble match.
Okay.
Well, they are
Because
tonight.
Because they won't really look strong because they're not going to win.
Well, they are tonight
Yeah, they are kind of.
because
Bo Dallas.
Because Bo Dallas won that tournament.
Yeah, there was an NXT tournament at the Rumble, essentially like the Rumble Fan Access, and they had 8 NXT wrestlers. Cassius Ohno was not one of them, oddly enough, but Bo Dallas won the tournament, and now the winner gets entry into the Royal Rumble. It's not the best place to debut people, but it is there. People are able to debut there and look strong, but not win the Rumble. If they come in at like 10 and they get to like the final 5 or 6, that can earn some instant credibility for longevity.
Yeah, definitely.
I just ask about Ono because Ono was suspiciously left out of the NXT tournament. He has been on tour for house shows for a while, so it's like, is this the night that he comes out and debuts?
Newest member of the Shield.
I mean, he could be the newest member of the Shield. He could easily debut as a face, because I mean, you got Wade Barrett, who's a brawler, who's a heel. Why not have Ono come in and be the face?
I know. I could see them doing that if they weren't able to get a lot of like older wrestlers to come in as surprises. I can see them throwing a couple of those guys in as a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Bo Dallas, I mean, you can just already make mention on his way to the ring that he won an NXT tournament. And if you're going to debut him in that way, you should set up his first feud in the Rumble. Or else I think it'll be pointless, because then he'll just be a random guy.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's a random guy who goes in and, let's say he eliminates, oh God, who's a mid-card heel with nothing to do right now?
Wade Barrett.
Okay, yeah, let's say, for instance, he goes in and eliminates Wade Barrett, and then Wade Barrett runs back into the ring and knocks him out or whatever. Then those two can, at least start a feud, or you'll give him something to do right off the bat.
He gets Maven eliminated.
Maven was never eliminated.
Huh?
See,
As far as I'm concerned, that Royal Rumble is still going on.
that's right. He's just waiting. He's just waiting.
It's biding his time.
He wants that right moment when you least expect it. All right, then. Well, what's next news story? Let's move on.
All right. For those who care, like Howard,
Yes.
Meth Hardy was not on the UK tour, and so any hopes of the United Kingdom seeing the TNA World Heavyweight Champion was nil because apparently he has past trouble in the UK, and TNA didn't want to do anything with him being there. So
I don't think he's allowed out of the country.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought he wasn't.
Either way.
It's his legal trouble in the U.S.
Either way.
Matt Hardy, legal trouble?
Not at all. Don't believe
Impossible.
Don't believe it.
Well, it's just another great business decision by TNA to make your world champion someone who can't travel outside the U.S.
When you go on a tour outside of the U.S.
And when that's the bulk of your money.
Yep.
Like, they make these UK tours because TNA is huge in the UK.
Which is why I was really hoping that Christopher Daniels was going to win on Thursday. And didn't.
No, he didn't. He would be a fine TNA champion.
He would be a great TNA world heavyweight champion of the world.
See? Apple teenies for everyone.
I do know they carried it in their little luggage case, because I watched Kazarian pull one out of their luggage to hand to Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, I
kind of like how Adam Sandler can pull alcohol from anywhere at any time.
I hate you. I just want you to know I hate
I
you.
give that movie a nod of consistency. That's all.
Fair enough. I bet Helmut didn't hear a single word of that.
No, I really didn't.
What is wrong with you?
But also, for those who care, the reason why Alberto Del Rio became World Heavyweight Champion is because of Big Show's contract issues. Apparently, he was running up, and so, as much as ironclad contract means you can't get fired, that doesn't mean time isn't an issue. So they figured, you know what, let's do the smart thing, let's put it on someone who's still going to be here for a while, so that's why Alberto Del Rio became World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, and then Big Show signed a new deal after it, didn't he?
I believe so, but,
Yeah.
They were playing it safe.
No, I get it. I don't know, it seems like it's helped Del Rio
A lot.
he seems to be getting over more as a face than he did as a heel. And I think Ricardo has a lot to do with that.
Yes, because now he's mi amigo.
Yeah, he's very he's very likable to the WWE universe, so it helps. And
No, go ahead.
I was saying I hope it leads to this rumored WrestleMania feud between him and Ziggler, and kind of take the title off of the Sheamus Randy Orton match.
I would much rather see that. And the one thing that I think is helping out Del Rio as well, besides Ricardo, who's awesome, is that he's been changing around his moveset to reflect a babyface.
Yeah.
Much
So
like
he's
how
got the Hurricane Rana now, and the crowds really seem to be reacting to that. So
Yeah.
hopefully they can build up his character a little bit more as a babyface, except besides just being buddies with Alberto, with Ricardo Rodriguez.
I was going to say it's much like how luchadors in Mexico do it anyway. The more grounded-based luchadors are usually your heels, and the high flyers are usually your faces.
Hey, do you guys remember Hunico?
Not at all, but yes, I do.
I miss that guy.
I do too. He's been injured, so
You miss Hunico?
Me and Howard went to go watch him beat Asparagus Jackson clean. Okay.
We did see him do that. That was a thing that we saw. And now neither one of them's anywhere to be found.
Well, they're both actually
Coincidence.
actually injured.
Did you hear?
Oh.
Did you hear him then, Helmick?
I did hear him that time.
Hey, look at that shit!
Yay!
Teamwork, gentlemen.
Yes, it is.
That's what it is. It's teamwork.
But I ain't shaking his hand.
Apologies to anyone that's listening that is also having the same issues Helmick is. I don't know what's going on with this mic. The mics are going down like flies, apparently.
Abandoned ship.
Well,
It's like the Hinden microphone.
our first Logitech USB mic went out while we used it for Rock Band. The second one still works, but because the handle is so hollow, if your hand is moving up and down that handle, it echoes through the system. So anyone listening is hearing just constant grinding of plastic, like flesh on plastic, like they're hearing that the entire time. And yeah, so I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to see if maybe I can get a mic stand or something to hold it, and then that will alleviate an issue until I get better equipment. So it's what happens when it's what happens. What's our are we done with news? That's all you're doing for news?
Yep.
Okay.
That's all I care to do for news.
Fair enough.
That's important.
All right. So let's get to Royal Rumble predictions. There are 3 main card matches besides the Rumble, 1 pre-show match, and that's the card. That's usually what happens for Rumble, typical Rumble stuff.
There'll be a filler match or two.
Yeah, there might be a filler match. I mean, we shall see. But card is as follows. Pre-show match, Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz. WWE Tag Team Championship match, Team Hell No versus Team Rhodes Scholars. The World Heavyweight Championship match of Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show in a Last Man Standing match. And WWE Champion CM Punk versus The Rock for the WWE title, with the stipulation of if the Shield interferes, the belt is automatically dropped to The Rock. And obviously the Royal Rumble match itself.
We'll get to that.
Well, did you mention the Divas match?
There is no Divas match.
I think there's going to be...
I thought Caitlyn and Tamina were wrestling.
It's not on. It's not listed on WWE.com.
I
Okay.
think it'll be in the card real quick. Probably before the Rumble.
I mean, it could be, but usually the Rumble with like this, I mean, to be honest, 3 matches like that are pushing it before the Rumble.
Yeah, well, the last
Oh,
man-
no,
last
no.
man
I was
standing
just...
match
Because I had
was
WrestleZone
half
pulled
an
up,
hour.
and
Yeah.
they had Caitlyn versus Jimmy Snuka as a Divas title match.
Yeah, the Royal
Listed
the,
with everything else.
Punk and Rock match is going to at least be 30 minutes,
Yeah,
and the Rumble's going to be an hour.
yeah, and I
Oh, no, believe me, that's fine. I could wait until tomorrow to see Caitlyn and Jimmy Snuka.
yeah, and
Bathroom break, though.
I've not seen anything about. Excuse me. I've not seen anything about card positioning, because I know for a while there's been talk of whether this this pay-per-view will close with the Rumble match like usual, or if it will close with the Rock CM Punk match. I mean, every now and then they've had a title match close the Rumble. It's not often, but I have a feeling even with this, I think they still close it with the Rumble match. But
That's what I hope.
yeah. Excuse me. But let's get into predictions. Pre-show match: Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz,
Anyone
U.S.
not
title.
picking Antonio Cesaro?
No, I am definitely on the Antonio Cesaro train.
Yep.
Toot toot.
All right.
All right.
Universal Antonio
I
Cesaro.
I think that Miz is going to go for a figure 4 and is going to get countered into a neutralizer, and that's how he's going to win. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it will. If anybody can do it, it's Antonio Cesaro.
I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see Air Swiss tonight.
I want a Psycho Crusher. You want to see the Psycho Crusher?
No, not the Psycho Crusher. I mean his airplane spin.
Oh, fair enough. His Ring of Honor move.
Yes.
I gotcha. Okay. Tag Team Championship match: Team Hell No versus Rhodes Scholars.
Rhodes Scholars.
Team Hell No.
I gotta.
You know, I'm also going to go with Team Hell No.
I have a feeling that they're shifting gears, and these tag belts are now being groomed to be given to the Shield.
But
That's
do
a
you
good
think
point.
that Dr. Shelby will end up turning on Team Hell No? I think if Rhodes Scholars do win, I think that'll be why.
Is Shelby even supposed to be there?
He could be a surprise entrant.
I think
the tag team title match.
I don't know. I think he's done.
Dr. Shelby should. I think he should stick around because I think he's a good foil with Team Hell No. I think he should be their manager. I really do.
I mean, that's fine.
He'd be better than Shelton Benjamin's mom.
I have not had one issue with Dr. Shelby, but I don't know. Nothing happened on Raw to indicate to me that he's sticking around.
Yeah.
So.
No, I don't think he will, but I'd like to see him.
Hopefully there's a relapse and they have to go back.
I want more. I'd like to see some more managers in the E.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with managers.
It's kind of a lost art.
Yeah, other than just here's a Deaver.
But yeah, I think
Ricardo's filling that role right now with Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah,
but he midnights his El Local.
But yeah, I think
Excuse me.
I think these tag belts are gonna be dropped to the Shield. So I mean, at one point, Team Rhodes Scholars definitely did seem like the team that was going to take the tag titles from Team Hell No, but
The Spirit Squad.
oh, the Freebirds rule.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that if the Shield got the tag belts and used the Freebirds rule. I'd be okay with that. But that's what I think. So I'm going with Team Hell No.
Yeah.
So 3 for Team Hell No, 1 for
I'm going with Rhodes Scholars.
Rhodes Scholars. All right.
I'm going to stick with it.
That's fine. World Heavyweight Championship match: Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show. Last man standing.
There are a couple ways that this could go. I think Del Rio's going to keep the belt because they've committed with the switch, despite the fact that Big Show has the new contract. What might happen, or what I was thinking, and this could be completely, out of the Rumble possibility. Big Show wins, Ryback wins the Rumble. Big Show Ryback at WrestleMania.
I never even thought of that.
Because I know they
That's what I was
are.
thinking about the other day. Because I heard that they were thinking about getting to that point by Mania.
Mhm.
Like that would be a good feud for Ryback.
I just hope he'll be able to pick him up.
Well, here.
I don't think there's any problem.
Well, here's the one thing.
They'll practice.
Del Rio and Ziggler is a rumored feud for Mania. They haven't indicated who is the champion going into that match. So why not have Dolph Ziggler cash in at this match, win the belt, and then he's not number one entrant anymore. He just comes in, he's like, fuck that, I don't want to be number one. I don't want to be the number one entrant. How do I get out of being number one entrant? I win the World Heavyweight title.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, well, and the good thing.
But I'm still picking Alberto Del Rio because that's the match.
No, yeah. You pick the match. I mean that. I think it's.
There's anything wrong with picking what might happen.
Yeah.
We do it all the time.
Yeah, we do.
I think Del Rio is the winner regardless. I don't think you hot shot it back to Big Show.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. It just basically shows that they went, oh God, we don't know if he'll resign. Here he is. Get the belt off him. Oh, he resigned. Get the belt back. I don't see them doing that, especially if Triple H is still getting his way of longer title reigns. Yeah, I think Del Rio is in it until at least Mania. So,
yeah, but I think one of the best things about the Royal Rumble, this year, is that there's a lot of ways, things aren't as in place as they seem to normally be. Like what I said happens, what you said is very good possibility, so I'm sure there's 100 different ways it could go, and it would be interesting.
Yeah.
So, that's why I like the Rumble so much.
Yeah, the Rumble's fun.
We gotta make sure we take paper.
I got a random number generator, son.
Shut up.
Just remember your fucking number.
12.
Or you got use your note on your iPod as the keep track of who has what number.
I will take place. I will keep track of everyone's.
And we will draw a number for Helmick.
Right here on
And we'll text you.
Thanks. Or if you just want to give me number Sid, I'll take that.
Number Sid.
You'll get our truth.
No, we'll give you number Snitsky.
Well, I got Cody Rhodes last year.
It won't be our fault.
Oh well, if it's not going to be your fault, then
Yeah, 'cause
I can't possibly debate that.
Or, you know what? I hope Braden Walker is one of the surprise entrants. Since they actually made a reference. John Cena made a reference to him. And the only funny thing John Cena has said in 2013, the Braden Walker comment. Fucking Jesus Christ. That had to be the worst ending to a Raw I have seen in a long time.
Since last year, exactly at this time.
What was the ending for last year?
I don't know. Embrace the hate.
Oh, fucking Christ. I don't know what that was. Like, they hyped it all night. It was the main event spot. It was
Why? I don't know.
John Cena coming out to... He's going to address the WWE...
By saying the obvious.
But-
I'm going to win.
Yeah, by coming out like, I'm going to win, and I'm going to talk to random people in the audience and make jokes that no one laughs at, and everyone just stares and goes, What is
And he gets
this?
booed at the end.
Yeah, what is
And
this?
That's why the commencement should have been at the end, because everyone hugged and was happy.
Yeah. Everybody liked it. But this, I'm just like, I don't understand this. I don't know why did this happen? And then you proceeded to have every mic the WWE owns handed out to every superstar.
Hey, we were shocked there were that many mics.
I did not know they kept that many microphones backstage. And the only ones that even remotely entertained me were the primetime players. Because Titus O'Neil threw a penalty flag.
As he does.
And ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. That was funny. Everything else, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how many people are going to come out with a fucking microphone going, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. No, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. And then, like, the guy that you're trying to push to the moon, the Ryback, doesn't even get, like, his own entrance. He comes out with all the rest of the roster. I'm like, what? This is one of your main event guys. Obviously, we know who's not going to win the Rumble. Ryback.
But Antonio Cesaro has a good chance.
He came out. Yeah, he got one. And
Darren Young.
Oh, yeah.
I was shocked they did the primetime players. I was
It
shocked.
was like random.
I was also
I
shocked
guess
the
they
fact
like
that-
got there early.
I was also shocked they had music.
They were just like, all right, look, we need somebody to come out. We don't know who. Next guy to walk through that door. We're writing them in for the microphone spot. And in came the primetime players for the night. We here, son. Let it just for something else.
Yeah.
Like, just write it. All right. You're in the main event spot tonight. What? You mean we're not filming YouTube videos chugging Dr. Pepper? Did you see that?
No.
That was funny.
I saw a little bit of that. I mean, I do like the idea of having like a lot of guys come out and cut like a few second promo about winning the Rumble. They used to do that with some of the really old ones.
Mm-hmm. This one was really bad, though. You gotta admit.
What I saw was pretty cheesy.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see all of it? So did you
I
not
didn't
see
all
Cena's
of it
part?
Because
Well, you forget.
Well,
he had
because
Yoshibo,
there's-
and then there's the 15-minute run.
overruns, and I don't set my DVR to record
But
overruns.
Cena's part started before the overrun, didn't it?
Yeah, Cena's part did.
And you know that was awful.
I saw all of that.
That shit was bad.
That shit was real bad.
I try to give that man respect. I fucking hated him during that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we're actually, as a whole, we're really not that hard on him. But now, after watching that promo on Monday, I'm not sure why we aren't more hard on him.
Why is it that the first 3 to 4 months of the year, John Cena is a fucking idiot and is involved in some of the stupidest shit that happened on Monday nights?
Because he's dumb.
Because fuck you.
Does that man not have enough pull to look at the script and go, you know, this is really bad?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either, but it was awful. You want to do Rumble match first or Rock Punk? Rock Punk? Okay. So, yes, see. Actually, Helmick, you didn't give us our your prediction for Del Rio and Big Show.
Oh, I'm going to take Del Rio.
Okay, so that is unanimous then. Everybody is Del Rio?
Yep.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna even though it's probably not gonna happen, I'm gonna stick with my little thing of I think there's a good chance Dolph Ziggler cashes in during that match. I'm gonna stick with that.
It's possible. He'll at least try.
Yeah. All right. So WWE title, CM Punk versus The Rock, a feud that started off really good with the first encounter with them in the ring, followed up by a Rock concert that was really flat.
Him making fun of Vicky was kind of funny.
That was the best part.
The setup, yeah.
The setup
kind of like that.
The setup.
I mean, overall, it was pretty flat.
Yeah, the setup to that was fine. The SmackDown before it wasn't really used to feud. It was used to bring The Rock back to SmackDown. So he insulted Rhodes Scholars, which was hilarious.
Awesome.
That was hilarious. Punk, I thought, cut a pretty good promo in Sun Life Stadium. I thought that was good. And then this past Raw, I thought they did a pretty good job.
They did.
Yeah, I would say.
Even with the Shield tag.
Yeah, I feel like this past Monday they themselves felt, man, we really didn't do enough for this match. So Punk was on there at least like 3 times. The Rock was on throughout the night, making jabs as he could against Punk. The promo where he was in the ring and Punk was in the skybox, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, I actually really liked all the Rock and Punk segments, and I enjoyed how The Rock was selling the beating from the Shield.
Yeah.
He was selling that like death. I thought it was really good.
Well, I mean that is The Rock. The Rock will sell / oversell his opponents. It makes me wish this was a Mania feud so that we had more time.
I thought they did a pretty good job with it, though.
Yeah, with what they had.
I'm, as much of a Punk mark as I am, and I think a lot of people, like all 4 of us, are pretty big fans of CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I was
He's okay.
more interested in what they've done so far with the 2 of them than Cena.
Then Rock Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be because, like I said, I like Punk more. That could be a lot of, but I think that the little bit amount of time they had versus a whole year for Cena and Rock, I thought that they did the best they could.
Yeah. Well, it's because
Except for Cookie Puss. Fuck that. Hey, I gotta keep it going.
That's fine. I enjoyed it more because those 2 were focused on pushing the feud. Those guys were on the mic to sell tickets. They weren't on the mic to take personal jabs at each other. And while that can be entertaining, I felt it can also be taken overboard. And I already went through this rant yesterday, or the 2 weeks ago, so I won't go through all of it. But I think that's what makes it better for me, is that the focus for Rock and Punk never left the fact that it needed to be on the match.
Yeah, I agree.
I felt they made the belt feel important. WWE title, I felt both of those guys made that title feel prestigious.
Mm-hmm.
That the way they both talked about that title. And the match quality is going to be really good tonight. So,
because The Rock's been training with Michael McGillicuddy.
I like that.
Master of the McGillicuddy?
I mean, last year he was training with Kurt Hawkins, so
And him.
yeah.
And for the tag match, he did train with Miz and R-Truth. So he brought them over.
Yeah, but Miz completely ruined that match.
Good.
He did.
Good, I'm glad I'm the only one who was on that train of thought.
I am curious. I wonder if Punk and Rock have worked together at all, training at any point. I'm curious about that, but who knows? But I have a feeling this is going to be a really big match. I mean, Rock is always a guy that's focused on wanting his matches to be great. CM Punk is the same way. CM Punk always wants to be the match that you talk about. And I think they both realize that. They could honestly go in there, blow that place up to the point where WWE goes, shit, we might have to do this again. It could easily happen.
Yep.
They could.
Elimination Chamber.
They could. They could literally blow the roof off to the point where WWE completely goes. I mean, and I don't think it'll happen, but they could go in there and just blow it up to the point where WrestleMania is now completely different. WrestleMania is now focused on Punk Rock 2, and I know the logic behind Rock Cena 2. Cena being the full-time guy, he took the job for the first match. He needs to get the rub of a win with The Rock. You know, I get that. I get that logic. That's fine. I just don't see the thing behind it is I don't see Cena being able to step up his game much better than what he did in the first match to make it worthwhile to see again. That's my main thing. My main thing is not with The Rock's in-ring performance, it's with Cena's. Cena's, to me, was not all that great in the WrestleMania match, which is why it made it, like, okay. I was glad the crowd was into it, but it was okay at best. And I don't see the sequel blowing the doors off of the arena.
I think you're right, but I think with the buy rates from last year, I can see them going back to the well, especially with as low as Raw's ratings have been lately.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can see them just falling back, going with something that's now tried and true. Cena and Rock equals pay-per-view buys.
But the thing is, though, I don't recall ever hearing anything, and not just the wrestling crowd, but just even when leaving Mania, I don't remember hearing anyone say, man, I hope they wrestle again.
No, I didn't hear anybody say anything like that.
I think it was the match got put together.
Well, that's because I wasn't there.
The match got put together, the hype got built up, people saw it, and people were happy that they saw it. Like everybody in Sun Life Stadium, I don't think anybody was disappointed with Rock and Cena, but nobody was like, "Oh my God, did you see that match?" I mean,
it was all about, hey, did you see that Taker Triple H match?
Yeah.
It was.
That Taker Triple H match was.
It was like, hey, did you see Punk and Jericho?
Punk and Jericho was good too.
Better than Cena and Rock, I thought, overall.
18 seconds.
As a match.
Yeah.
Like, excluding the build-up.
I mean, but, buy rates, I mean, I'm sure it'll still get people interested in, especially if The Rock has the belt going in. I don't know. I mean, if the tricky part is there really isn't anyone else you can put against The Rock that feels like a marquee matchup for Mania, unfortunately. Outside of Punk and Cena,
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else.
And that's fair.
Yeah. The only other one I can think of is Brock Lesnar. If they were to get him to agree to a new contract within the next month, I could see Rock versus Brock.
Well, we talked about this off air, where I thought, with the stipulation being that, if the Shield interferes, Punk loses the belt, I figured tonight would be a great night for, Brock Lesnar to return.
Mm-hmm. But where does it go after that? Where do you think? What would be the next logical thing? Because the goal is for Rock to get the belt at Elimination Chamber. If it's not Rumble, then it's got to be Elimination Chamber if you want him to be champ at Mania. So, does that just put Brock in Elimination Chamber?
What if Brock Lesnar won the Royal Rumble?
So,
I mean, this is speculation.
Yeah, no. This is all just what you've been thinking up. No, I get that.
And this is also on the fly right now too.
So that would be returning before the Rumble match, helping Punk, gaining an entry into the Rumble, winning it, and then I guess eventually challenging The Rock at Mania.
We've said before how we could see The Rock coming into Elimination Chamber and beating Punk there. So that thought process between
Yeah, because then you get also 4 other guys that get the rub of working with The Rock. So, which I'm fine with. I mean, if you can give some guys a rub because you know he's going to sell things and they're going to get an opportunity to be in the ring with The Rock when they wouldn't get one-on-one, I'm okay with that. But it's interesting. I mean, I would love to see them pull some things out of left field. I would love to see them pull some surprises. 'Cause, I mean, right now, huh?
Well, I was going to say, yeah, I mean, if you have an elimination chamber with The Rock, Brock Lesnar, Great Khali,
Shut up.
Heath Slater.
Shut up.
I'm hanging up on you.
Well, I'm just trying to think out of the box.
That's too far out of the box. Come closer to the box.
I mean, right now everybody's expecting Rock to win.
You're by the sliding board. We need to be over by, the swing set.
The general consensus or
Okay.
the general feeling is that the Shield stipulation was put in place to ensure that Punk is going to lose clean, and Rock goes to Mania to more than likely face Cena unless they decide on something else, or The Rock gets some grand idea or Vince gets some grand idea. But I would like to see them pull something out of left field.
Great Khali.
God, no.
We told you.
Let's be
That's
serious.
too far out there.
I don't know. I'd like to see them just pull something out that is a good shock to surprise
And I
people.
I don't want John Cena to win the Royal Rumble.
No.
No, and that's what I'm afraid is going to happen. I am afraid that, and let's get in let's predict this. CM Punk versus The Rock. We didn't do predictions yet, so
CM Punk.
you're predicting Punk.
CM Punk.
You're both predicting Punk.
I'm going with Rocky Maivia.
Yeah.
The blue chipper.
While I would like to see them hold it off until the Chamber, just to get that whole thing we were talking about, I just think that they're dead set on let's just get the belt on The Rock. So, I think it's The Rock. I mean, either one. If either one wins, I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at either outcome. So,
No, not at all.
yeah. All right, Royal Rumble.
I just don't want a Rock win to lead to a Rock versus Cena for the belt. I don't really I'm with you. I don't want to really see that match again.
No, I mean, but either way,
Now, if Punk dropped the belt to the Rock, I mean, because I can understand him holding the belt until Mania, short term. You don't want him because if he wins the belt at Mania, what are you going to do? So if he wins it tonight and then Punk saves his rematch for Mania, that would be kind of neat.
I mean, here's the thing. No matter what, there is no scenario that The Rock does not walk into Mania with that belt. In my eyes.
No, I believe you 100%. I'm with you 100%.
There is absolutely no way he does not walk in with that belt.
Because it's going to be easier for him to drop it at Mania than win it at Mania.
Yeah, but the thing is, whether he wins at Rumble or he wins at Elimination Chamber, he's probably facing Cena.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Which is why I brought up the best out.
I mean, if he doesn't win it at Rumble, that doesn't mean he doesn't face John Cena.
No, I know that.
That just, and that's unfortunate. That's just how it's going to be. I mean, I can see why they would do it. I mean, if they end up thinking of something that we just can't think of, and they pull it off, great. I mean, I wouldn't mind if Punk and Rock happen as a sequel before, that's fine. If Cena does it, I'll live with it. If it's Cena and Rock, I'll live with it. I kind of hope it doesn't happen, but I'll live with it. I just 2 Manias in a row. I mean, what do they do to hype it? You can't go the same route.
Rock loses, enters, and wins the Royal Rumble.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, if it's Cena Rock too, How do you hype it? I mean, you
Gotcha,
can't.
bitch. We
they-
lied.
They can't. Well, no. I mean, they can't have it be that personal feud again. They had their personal feud. They had the match. They lost. Both of them shook hands. They had.
It's like, well,
They showed respect.
Yeah, they didn't even do. They haven't even mentioned. Like, you know.
They don't mention each other.
No.
I mean, Cena kind of says like the Rock's here. That's about all he does. So, I mean, how do you?
Start that feud after they did one that took a year?
Yeah, like how do
It
you?
takes like a couple months.
I just don't see how you hype it between these two guys because now they have the respect for each other. So,
yeah. Well, I guess this time you could just say it's for the title.
but
And
then
the
it's
most
like,
prestigious title in the history of this
Paul
business.
Heyman
but then
aligns
it's
himself with the Rock and he becomes a
but,
heel.
but then it's 2 months. But then
I
it's
was gonna say heel Cena.
no, that is never gonna happen. But it's 2 months of I respect you and I respect you, but I want to beat you for the belt and I want to beat you to keep the belt. It's like
Yeah, it'd be like NWO. It'd be like the new NWO. Cena's Hogan. You can bring Scott Hall back because. And Great Khali is Kevin Nash.
what? What? All right, let's get to the Rumble.
Drop that.
Hey.
It works.
Hey man, you break my one last working mic, I will have your
It's
ass.
also kind of expensive.
Not sure why you would want my ass.
If you break that, I will not take your ass. Gross.
Rumble match. How you want to go about this? You want to just predict winners? You want to predict Final Fours? I mean, we already put in our predictions for who we think could be surprise entrants and everything.
Yeah. I'm okay with predicting a Final Four and then a winner.
Okay.
Kurt Hennig.
So, Final Four and a winner. Let's start with Howard.
I think it's going to be Cena. Definitely. Ryback. I'm going to go ahead on the limb and say the Big Show. And Randy Orton. And I think Randy Orton's going to win.
So, you think the losers of the title matches will be in the Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've done it before.
I just
They
hope
have.
the Big Show's not,
Yeah.
number 30 like last year. It's like, and we're like, oh, what a waste.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take note of what we say and keep track of it.
Go right ahead. Final Four. Cena. I think Cena's going to be in everybody's Final Four. I think Cena, Orton. Trying to think. Ryback. I think Ryback, because they always want to put a young blood guy. I think Ryback is there. Who's the heel guy? There's got to be a heel. Punk. Why not? Punk.
Yeah,
That's
I think,
interesting.
I think Orton because, just to go back just for a second, because this will be a really easy way to get his heel turn going. When I won, I had a really bad year last year, and, I did it for the people. No. He wins the Rumble because he just looked out for himself. I just make that up. But no, I think that he'll win and turn heel.
You think he wins the Rumble?
Yeah, Orton.
I really... Well, I got my 4. I haven't picked my winner yet, man.
Okay.
God, I hate... It's Cena. I hate it. I want somebody else but Cena. I hope I'm wrong. I just... It's Cena.
God,
I fucking hate
thinking
that.
We were thinking pretty much the exact same thing, Brian. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board a little bit.
So you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Go, if you got all your stuff, go right ahead, yeah.
Alright. I know we're just predicting 5 and 4, but I got a few other ideas that might happen.
Go right ahead.
Hang on,
shit.
I can't hear him at all.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got a few other ideas that might happen.
Can you hear him now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just going to stick with the 4 right now, and we'll go on anything else afterwards. But I think the 4 is going to be Cena, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Dolph Ziggler. With the winner, and I'm Much like last year, I'm going out left field with this one. The winner is Dolph Ziggler.
So you think you think they're going to give Ziggler a wire to wire?
It's possible, and that's only if, what Brian's train of thought doesn't happen.
That's why I didn't pick Ziggler.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Ziggler, but I was like, I want to stick with my prediction.
But that's what I think. That's only if Brian's train of thought, doesn't happen.
I mean, I literally...
Then Ziggler would have to last till the very end. He's going to be number 1 or 2.
Yeah.
He's 1.
Which is where...
He's 1.
He's confirmed as 1, because remember, he won the Beat the Clock.
Which is why I think number 2 is going to end up being like Kofi Kingston, because you're going to have 2 good workers, work for a little bit, for a good portion of that match.
Yeah. I mean...
I think it's going to be Heath Slater.
You're fucking wrong.
I mean, I want to be wrong. I don't want Cena. I really don't. But it's one of those things where it's like...
The reason why I don't have Ryback anywhere near the end is...
Shield. You think Shield's going to take him out?
Shield's going to take him out long before.
That's what I was thinking, but I just...
But I also think that, Shield's already going to be in the ring, and then Ryback comes out. I also think Mark Henry's going to come out when the 3MB is all in the ring.
Yeah. Helmet, go with yours. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Go ahead.
And I'll try to be a little bit more outside of the box, because...
Okay, I better not hear Great Khali in any of it.
Great Khali is not going to be in my final 4.
Okay,
he's going to be eliminated in the final 6. But now, since Brian essentially had the exact same idea that I originally had, I'll change mine up a little bit. I think my final 4 will be Cena, Ziggler, Wade Barrett, and Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
And I think out of those, I would take Ziggler as a winner. As much as I would love to see Daniel Bryan or Wade Barrett get it, I don't think they're gonna put the Royal Rumble winner award on either one of those two. And I think Cena will win, but I would rather see practically anybody else.
Yeah. If it's... I would take Orton over Cena. To me, if it's not Cena and it's not Sheamus, I'm happy.
Well, that's why my order's the way it is, because that's how you burn up. You get that Sheamus-Orton feud. It's right there at the final 4.
No, yeah, no, I get you. I mean, that's how I just... I like Sheamus, but I don't know. I don't want him. I don't want a 2-year in a row winner. But see, my thing is, as much as I think Cena's going to win, I think they could also play the route of, well, he's been declaring himself the winner for weeks now, so that could possibly eliminate him from actually winning. I don't see Ziggler going wire to wire. Even if my prediction is wrong, I don't see him going wire to wire because they announced him as the number 1 guy.
They've done that before, and people won.
Did they announce Orton as... They didn't announce... Did they make it known that Shawn Michaels was number 1 before he went in that Rumble?
I know Chris Benoit was.
They confirmed he was number 1 before?
Because Paul Heyman, when he was general manager of SmackDown, said he was going to be the number 1 entrant that year. So it's not beyond the thought.
It's not... Yeah, it's not, but it's not their go-to. Alright, we already predicted surprises. So we got 2 for Ziggler, 1 for Orton, 1 for Cena, as far as winners go.
Hooray!
But yeah, I'd be happy with anyone but Cena or Sheamus. We've predicted returns. Here's some quick ones. Does the Shield come out separately, or does whatever number they draw bring out all 3 of them at the same time?
I think it's going to end up being separate.
I think that they should come out together no matter what number. And then if you can have Cole and Lawler remember, if you have numbers announced and nobody comes out for them, they'd be like, oh, well, that must have been one of the other Shield members' numbers.
Or they're just 1 entrant.
Just count them as 1 entrant.
Well, I mean, let's say if they draw like 4, 7, and 12. You know, you have all three of them come out with number 4, and then at 7 and 12 you don't have anybody come out.
What if they came out? What if they were like 10, 11, 12?
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Fair enough.
So I guess if they were 10, 11, 12, you could probably have them all come out together and take it from there.
If Ziggler's number 1, who's number 2? That's the question to everybody.
I already told you
Let's see.
I think it's going to be Kobe Johnson.
Yeah, you think it's Kofi.
Yeah, I think Kobe Johnson would be a pretty good pick.
Because I was thinking along past.
Or
Dolph Ziggler.
maybe even Big E Langston.
Yeah, I was saying that to Tim before we started recording. I was like Big E, and then just Ziggler throwing Big E at people for as long as he can.
I was telling Brian that one moment in the match, Big E would have gotten eliminated, but he sticks around at the ringside, and as Dolph Ziggler is getting eliminated, Big E catches him and puts him back into the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What if it was Ziggler number 1, Cena number 2?
I was thinking that they might do something like that.
Just
Kind of the year that Michaels won. Michaels and Bulldog were the first 2 and the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see him doing something like that. And I think that could be cool. I don't know if, I mean, I guess Cena has the popularity to be in the Rumble for the whole time, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see them doing that.
I could see them doing that, but I at the same time, I think like if they want to do Shield coming out and dominating for a section of it until Ryback or someone comes out, then I don't think you can have Cena at number 2. The hell? Oh, I can't answer that right now. But I don't know. I think that'd be interesting. There's a lot of things. Like if they want to do this, then this can't happen. And all right, but we got all our predictions in. I actually need to figure out what that was because that phone call was the gentleman who is ordering the pay-per-view for us. So, any last predictions or things for the Rumble before we get out of here?
I say that we do end up getting a Divas title match,
I think we also
and
get a
Tamina
Divas
beats
title
Caitlyn.
match.
Fair enough.
A lot of WWE's YouTube shows are ending.
Yeah, because they're deciding to bring in new shows.
Oh, that's dumb.
Because
They should keep Are You Serious?
is that ending?
I think that has ended. As well. Today.
Because I know their contract with YouTube ran out. They signed a new one, and I think with the new one is coming new shows. But that could come back.
I hope it does.
I hope it does too.
That's their best show.
Yeah, it was hands down.
Santina's Foreign Exchange, duh.
God, I hope
Like,
that's
you
over
fucking
forever.
watched that.
I watched the first episode.
All right, ladies.
Fucking watch that.
I watched
Excuse me. Anything else?
No.
Nothing else? Nothing.
Happy Royal Rumble, everybody!
Yeah, everybody enjoy the Royal Rumble, and we'll see you next week
Yay!
on the Chin Lock. Say that one more time.
Bye.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. You know what cool is? You're looking at it. Nothing beats being cool. And I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.